This is a quick review of the Frameworks telescoping boom mic stand for podcasting and bass drum. The number is GFW mic 0822. So a little bit about it. Can hold up to a 1.5 pound microphone at full extension, 27-inch telescoping microphone stand boom, length and angle independently adjustable, cable management included. Let's open it up. It is definitely heavy. Not sure exactly how heavy this is, but it feels like the heaviest small stand I've ever picked up. So heavy it's hard to pull out. I have to be careful not to break this glass table. Okay. Done with that box. So this is the telescoping part. Cool. So yeah, that's the weighted part, and it's quite heavy. All right, and this is the base plate. Okay, there's your base plate, and let's screw it on. Let's see, I think I'm going to do it the other, well, how should I do this? Well, that's cool. So this thing rotates. So even though it's a lot of heavy stuff, it's definitely easy to assemble. And the threading was good. Sometimes you get these things and the threads don't align properly, and that's a big problem. So, all right, to push this thing through, I'm going to loosen this, get that kind of in the middle, and see if that stays in place. Great. Okay, so there it is. Now, luckily, I actually also just purchased a SHURE SM7B microphone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make two kind of videos out of this. I'm going to start now with the SM7B unboxing, and then at the end of it, I'm going to screw that onto the stand. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the SHURE SM7B cardioid dynamic legendary vocal microphone, a highly versatile microphone with a selectable frequency response for unrivaled audio reproduction in close proximity vocal applications. If you've ever seen a podcast on YouTube, you've probably seen them using this exact microphone. And it really doesn't matter whether they're kind of amateur or they're the highest level professional. This seems to be the industry standard for everybody. So, excited to open it up. So it comes with a windscreen, which is, this one is, I believe that might be an optional one. Let's see. So here's some instructions, a sticker, and here's the mic. So yeah, the mic already does come with a windscreen, and that windscreen, I guess, is for windier conditions. But this is the one it comes with, and this is what the mic looks like. So it also comes with this base plate that you can put on the back. So once you decide on your parameters here, you can mount this little plate on the back and cover that up. You can also customize this with the logo of your brand. I've seen that on YouTube as well. It comes with one cable tie, and that is, oh, and it comes with this adapter for different mic stands. And that should do it. So I'm gonna pause it. Okay, so I also have here this mic stand, the Frameworks mic stand by GATOR. So let's try mounting this microphone on this stand. I think that these are the two best options in their class. So if you're looking for something to just sit on top of your table, this is the, I believe, the highest recommended mic stand and the highest recommended microphone. So what I love about this, I'll just show you the mic stand I had previously looks like this, and it doesn't have a weighted back end. I need to take the phone out and show you. So this was my previous one, and what would happen is this microphone is so heavy that this thing would start to tilt down from the weight over time. And so I wanted to upgrade to this one because of the weighted portion in the back. So I wasn't planning on making a super long video, but I think I might as well plug this into an interface and get it going with GarageBand and show you guys that. So in terms of audio faces, I have three, but I love these two for simple applications where I'm not trying to deal with a lot of extra stuff. These are really simple. They are plug and play with iPad GarageBand, which I think it's hard to beat iPad and GarageBand for portability and simplicity. So this is the Scarlett 2i2 by Focusrite, and this is the Focusrite Scarlett Solo. So if you want maximum portability, I recommend this one. This has an XLR input and a 1/4 inch input and a monitor. And if you want to have the multi-adapter inputs, this I think is the smallest, most affordable option for that. So you can see here that you can plug in both XLR or 1/4 inch. So XLR for microphones and 1/4 inch for things like guitars and keyboards, etc. And then this has independent gain control for both channels, as does this one. They both have 48 phantom power, 48 volt phantom power, and this does have a couple of additional options over the Scarlett here. And it also has an independent control for a second monitor. So you've got your monitor and your headphones, whereas this just has one controller that controls both your monitor and your headphones with that same knob there. So on the back, so this is the Scarlett Solo. This is the back. You have outputs for right and left channel line outputs, and you also have your USB, which would go to your iPad or computer, and a locking port. And this is the Scarlett 2i2, and on the back it has the exact same. They both have rubber feet on the bottom. So I'm going to I'll just use the Scarlett, and I'm going to bust out one of my mic cables. So I just got these. These are Livewire Elite Premium Signal Quality and Engineering microphone cables with a lifetime guarantee. I bought these because I'm pretty serious about my audio, and over the years I've just steadily stopped using the microphone cables that have problems, and just some microphone cables just seem to have a short shelf life. And over the years I've just been like, I don't even want to be thinking about my mic cables on a gig. I want to trust that they're good. So this was the most expensive and highest quality microphone cable I could find, and I'm excited to start using these. I've been a fan of Livewire for a long time, but I think I was just using their regular Pro version and not the Elite version. So I won't make you watch me unbox this. Okay, so these cables, that's a nice touch that they come with a cable tie, but I attached the cable tie and it's actually too small to even tie the cable. So that's a little silly and a bit of an oversight, but overall these cables feel really good. They're thick. I like the all black. The other Livewire ones that I had are silver. So this just kind of is more discreet, I feel. So let me plug these in. Okay, so plugging into the Focusrite here, into the input, the input of the microphone. And then let's bring in our SHURE mic, plug that in. So let me make sure you can see this. This is where it plugs in, right on the bottom here. Cool. And now I'm going to plug in the interface and get the iPad going. Okay, so there's two more things that we'll need. We need the USB to USB-C cable to plug the Focusrite into the iPad. And we have the headphones. The ones I love and prefer to use are these AKGs. What is the model number on here? These are the AKG K553 MK2s. They feel great. They sound great. They're closed back, so you can really you're just hearing what you want to hear. You're not hearing any sources of noise from outside your headphones with these on. So I'm going to plug these into the headphone jack. And you see? Yes. And then I'm going to plug the USB-C cable into the back of my Focusrite here. So there, it's the USB-C port there. And then plug that into my iPad. And then, as you can see, the audio interface lights up as soon as it's plugged into the iPad. And now we're going to put on GarageBand. We'll go to a new project, select new. I'm going to make this audio recorder. And let's see, what do I need to do to make this work? So it is completely plug and play. The problem that I had was the volume was down on the Focusrite. So I've turned the volume for the mic input all the way up. So as you can see, I'm getting gain on my microphone. Now we can go ahead and hit record and see how it sounds. Check 1, 2. This is a test. Let me turn off the metronome and see how we're sounding. Does this sound good to everybody? Does my voice sound clear? Am I coming through clearly? Can you hear me? All right. So let's pause or stop and go back and hit play. Now I'm actually going to unplug the Focusrite. That way when the audio comes out, it's just going to come out of my iPad speaker. So let's hear. Check 1, 2. This is a test. Let me turn off the metronome and see how we're sounding. Does this sound good to everybody? Does my voice sound clear? Am I coming through clearly? Can you hear me? All right. So let's pause. I think that sounds really, really good. One of the things you'll notice about this 1, 2. This is a test. Let me turn off microphone is that it has a pretty good bass response. So it kind of puts a little bit more. To me, it puts a little bit more bass in your voice. And I don't have the deepest voice in the world, and I've always wanted to. So I like this microphone even more for that reason. What else? I mean, I could get into GarageBand in another video. I shouldn't take any more of your precious time away. But yeah, I wasn't planning on showing you my full setup, but this is it, ladies and gentlemen. For podcasting, I have this SHURE SM7B microphone, and it's sitting atop this GATOR framework stand, which I love because it is weighted in the back so my mic doesn't tilt over. It's also a nice long telescoping boom so I can get it right where I need it to be. I really love recording and playing music with my iPad. It's just so simple and easy to use. So just by plugging my Focusrite, which is the most affordable and compact plug and play audio interface that I have found, and I absolutely love it because it just works exactly as advertised. I've even used it on gigs live, and it's fantastic. So I'm using, in this case, the Focusrite Scarlett Solo, and you might want to invest a little bit more and get the Scarlett 2i2 if you plan on using combinations of multiple instrument cables or multiple XLR cables, because this is just one XLR and 1/4 inch, but not the flexibility of both. It also has the dedicated controls for monitor and headphone. So again, AKG headphones. We've got these Livewire Elite mic cable. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you need to record yourself. There are ways of doing this with less gear that I have explored. But as far as I know, this is the most affordable way of doing this and sounding like a professional, because this is the actual microphone that the professionals use, and this audio face and this iPad are able to capture the sound from this as good as you need for the internet and sound fantastic. I've seen a lot of celebrities, including Taylor Swift, do demos using this microphone. And Michael Jackson was even known for using Shure SM58s or 57s for some of his iconic songs. So Shure is very, very well known for their mics. They make great stuff. And Focusrite is definitely known as a more affordable audio interface, but I've used multiple Focusrites and they've never let me down. They do exactly what they're supposed to do. And most importantly for me, they are plug and play, because I also have a very high-end Universal Audio Apollo interface. But look at it, it's collecting dust. And it's collecting dust because I'm lazy. And for some reason, I just don't feel like plugging in my laptop. And I just love using my iPad because it's so portable. So for that reason, I really recommend something small and portable like this, especially if it's your first purchase, because this is so much more affordable than my Universal Audio. So podcasters, musicians, thank you for watching. This is a great setup. Once again, Shure SM7B, AKG headphones, Focusrite, iPad Pro, Livewire cable, all you need to do your podcast. There's one more experiment that I would like to try, and that's to see if this setup is plug and play for my cell phone. So I have a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. I'm just going to plug this USB cable that I just plugged in the Focusrite into the back of my Samsung phone. And we're going to see. Looks like the Focusrite has lit up, so it's getting the power from my phone. And then check 1, 2, 3. I can't tell because I'm not monitor. Oh yeah, I can put on the headphones and monitor. So let's see. Check 1, 2. Okay, so unless I'm mistaken, you are now hearing me out of the SM7B, and I will only upload this if that is the case. But at least in my headphones, I'm hearing it, and man, does it sound great! Sounds so much better than just cell phone audio. So from this experiment, if this is posted to the internet, this proves that the only thing you need to plug in your Shure SM7B to your cell phone is a cable coming out of it running into an audio interface. And this Focusrite Scarlett is automatic. Just it works perfectly. And since I have it, we might as well test the Scarlett 2i2 and make sure that that works as well. So I'll pause it and plug that in. This is the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, and this sounds great as well. And once again, I just plugged it right into my cell phone, and my cell phone recognized it. Now, what cell phone am I using? The Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Will yours work? I assume so, but I can't swear to it. But I know if you get the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and a Focusrite audio interface, either the Scarlett 2i2 or the Scarlett Solo, it's just going to be plug and play. So should any of these Focusrites work with any cell phone? I would assume so, but I can't tell you from my own research. So you'll have to give it a shot. But it's such a great solution, guys. If you are doing something podcast-like and you just don't want to do some crazy big setup, it's just like take your cell phone, put it in a stand. You know what? I have some stands I could show you. So I got this ProLine desktop mic stand. I got this Benro mini tripod and selfie stick with remote. And I have one more. Where is it? And I have here my Joby cell phone stand, which I love and I have done a review for. So I'll later do a review of these two. What I like about this one is that it actually has a telescoping thing, so you can extend it out of the stand and telescope up. It also has a remote switch. And this is just a tabletop mic stand for, like, say, a Shure SM58 or 57 or something. So if I have a podcast and I want two people to talk, then I can plug the other microphone into this input on my Scarlett 2i2, and I can have a podcast with two people, and the other person can have my desktop mic stand with an SM58 coming into the other input on the Focusrite. But basically, I can plug both of those microphones into the Focusrite and have the audio coming from both of those microphones, adjusted volumes for each microphone independently, and have the sound from both microphones going into my cell phone or my iPad or my desktop computer using this setup. So I'm stoked. Thank you for watching this long video. My name is Ethan Stone. If you have any questions, comments, anything at all, please post in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you on more in-hand review videos. Thank you.